Weather. The state of the Earth's atmosphere at a given place and time. Most of the time, the weather is just a transparent part of an average day. Often it can be an inconvenience. However, there are times when Mother Nature becomes angry, and when Mother Nature is angry, she can be deadly. More than 1,000 tornadoes occur in the United States every year. Recently, tornado outbreaks have begun occurring more often and with deadly results. On April 25 through 28, 2011, 336 tornadoes spawned across 8 states, causing 346 fatalities and over $10 billion in damage. On May 22, 2011, a massive EF5 tornado struck the town of Joplin, Missouri, killing 159 people as one of the deadliest tornadoes in United States history. As the threat of strong tornadoes increases, it is imperative to be ready when the storm hits. My name is David Harrison, and today I will show you how to prepare for the storm, and then what to do and not to do when the tornado arrives. The best way to survive any type of emergency is to be prepared. There are several quick and easy steps you can do now that could save your life later. First of all, and most importantly, make a plan. Knowing what to do in the event of a tornado could save you precious time when the storm actually hits. This plan should include the locations where you will take shelter, where the gas and water shut-off valves for your building are located, emergency phone numbers, and where you will meet your family or friends in case you are separated. Make sure everyone in your household knows this plan and run drills off at least once a month. There should be no hesitation when it's time to take action. The next step in the preparation process is to make an emergency kit. This kit could be useful in many different situations, but for the purpose of this video, we are going to focus specifically on what is needed in the event of a tornado. FEMA, in partnership with the National Weather Service, has put together a list of items to include in a basic emergency supply kit. This list includes water, food, a battery-powered or hand-cranked NOAA weather radio, a flashlight, extra batteries, a blanket, a first aid kit, a toolkit to shut off utilities, local maps, and a fully charged cell phone with a charger or solar charger. More household-specific items could include prescription medications and eyeglasses, infant formula and diapers, pet food, extra cash, and important family documents such as copies of insurance policies, identification, and health information. This list of emergency supplies can be found at www.ready.gov. Once you have completed your emergency kit, place it in your shelter area where it can be easily accessed during and after the storm. Be sure to check the contents and test the batteries every couple of months. The final step in the preparation process is to stay informed. During periods of severe weather, watch your local news station or listen to a NOAA weather radio for updates on the storm. Know exactly what warnings are in effect and where the storms are going. Most injuries and deaths that occur during a tornado are people that don't know a tornado is coming until it is too late.
The National Weather Service in Little Rock has issued a tornado warning for northern Faulkner County in central Arkansas.
Over the last several decades, the number of tornadoes per year has increased nationwide, while at the same time the average number of tornado fatalities has decreased. Why is this? In short, meteorologists are getting better at forecasting severe weather and are issuing warnings faster. New radar technology allows us to see into the storm and gives us a better idea of where a tornado might be. Even so, recent polls indicate that many tornado warnings were largely ignored by the general public, as far too many have recently discovered. This can be a fatal mistake. When a tornado warning is issued for your area, take action immediately. Preferably, get to an underground room such as a basement or storm shelter. If one is not available, go to the lowest floor of the building you're in and take shelter in an interior room, as far away from the windows as possible. Many newer structures, especially in regions more susceptible to tornadoes, come equipped with tornado-safe rooms. These shelters can be either below-ground bunkers or above-ground inserts. Typically made of steel, above-ground inserts can be easily installed in a garage and are bolted to the foundation for added stability. These shelters can be usually installed for a fairly low price and increase your chances substantially in a tornado. Once in your shelter area, crouch under a sturdy piece of furniture or lie under a heavy mattress or blanket for protection from falling debris. Stay as low as possible to protect your head with your hands. Use the NOAA weather radio from your emergency kit to listen for updates of the storm. Do not leave your shelter area until the warning has been lifted. There can often be more than one tornado in a storm system, and you may still be in danger even after the storm has passed. After the National Weather Service has lifted the tornado warning for your area, carefully emerge from your shelter and use the tools in your emergency kit to assess the damage. Check all occupants for injury and seek medical help if necessary. If your building sustained damage, it is best practice to shut off all utilities to the structure, specifically the gas and electricity, which could start a fire. Quickly determine if it is safe to remain in the building and evacuate immediately if it appears the structural integrity has been compromised or if any other threats are identified. If the building appears safe, stay inside. There may be other storms in the area, and it is important that you stay within easy access of your shelter area in case another warning is issued. Many myths about tornado safety have rapidly grown in popularity recently by way of video and internet. Although most of these ideas have good intentions, the truth is that they can in fact increase your risk of serious injury or death during a tornado. Here are some popular myths about tornado safety and the truth behind them. Lakes, rivers, and mountains protect my area from tornadoes. This optimistic thought has no truth to it, as no geographic location is safe from tornadoes. Tornadoes touch down every year in locations such as the high Rocky Mountains in Colorado, the Great Lakes in Michigan, and off the warm beaches of Florida. These storms can easily jump rivers and often hop from mountain to mountain. On July 21, 1987, a violent F4 tornado touched down in Yellowstone National Park and left a 24-mile-long trail of destruction at altitudes as high as 10,000 feet above sea level. Opening windows before a tornado allows the pressure to equalize and minimizes damage. This popular misconception about tornado safety is still widely believed by the general public and continues to be spread by the internet and old tornado movies. This idea is a very dangerous myth. Opening the windows before a tornado can in fact be worse for your building than leaving them closed and can take up precious seconds during which you should be taking shelter. If the windows are open when a tornado hits, more wind can get inside the building early on, making it easier to lift the roof off the structure. However, if the windows are closed, it will take longer for the winds and debris to blow them out. These few seconds could prevent the tornado from taking the roof off and seriously weakening the rest of the building. If a tornado warning is issued for your area, leave the windows alone and take shelter. Highway overpasses can act as a shelter during a tornado. This is perhaps the most dangerous tornado safety myth, and is also still largely believed by the general public. Scientific data and experience has consistently proven that overpasses provide insufficient shelter from the tornado winds and debris, and in fact may be the worst place to be in a tornado. The embankment under an overpass is higher than the surrounding terrain, and therefore closer to the strongest winds in a tornado. Also, the design of the overpass can often create a wind tunnel effect, significantly increasing the wind speeds of the storm and raising the threat of being hit by flying debris. In addition, stopping on the road under an overpass is illegal and blocks traffic, putting others in danger. So what do you do if you're caught on the road during a tornado? If there is sufficient warning before the storm hits, drive to the nearest solid structure or storm shelter and take cover. If you are unable to get into a strong building before the tornado hits, you have two options. The first is to lie down in the ditch on the side of the road. If there is a noticeable difference in the elevation of the road in comparison to the ditch, the embankment could shelter you from flying debris and the strong winds. Protect your head with your hands and stay as low as possible. The second option is to ride out the storm in your vehicle. Pull onto the side of the road and make sure you are buckled up. Try to stay as low as possible with your head below the windows. Your decision should be driven by your specific circumstances. It is possible to survive any tornado if the proper safety steps are followed. Remember to have a plan ready before the storm hits and to take shelter immediately if a tornado warning is issued for your area. Do not take the time to open the windows in your building and never take shelter under a highway overpass. Following these guidelines could save your life when the storm hits. Thanks for watching.